I've known I wanted to be a lawyer almost my entire life. I mean, anyone that's been following my story has heard me say this a million times. My name is John Rose, entertainment and sports attorney and music label executive. This is how I got my start. I grew up in a Caribbean household. Both my parents came here to America trying to, chase the American dream. And they always told me you had to be a lawyer, doctor, or president growing up. I sucked at science and I sucked at math. And before Barack Obama, we didn't have a black president, so quite frankly, I didn't think that was possible. So for me, I talked a lot in school, got in a lot of trouble. I love to read and write, so in first grade, when that teacher asked what you wanted to be when you grow up, I wrote down I wanted to be a lawyer. You know, for me, we didn't know what a lawyer looked like growing up in Southside Jamaica, Queens, New York. My parents came to this country with literally nothing. My dad worked as a cab driver, or we call them dollar van drivers in New York. He was a dollar van driver growing up, and he still is to this day working. And my mom has always been a nurse. There's nothing that my mom can't do and won't do to put food on the table. So I watched them growing up pretty much doing anything they could just to put a roof over our heads. And that's the mentality that I kind of was able to help mold me. As a kid, you don't appreciate how much your city really makes up who you are. In Queens, New York, particularly Southside Jamaica, Queens, New York, it can make you kind of rough around the edges. My parents' mentality to work and to make things happen is kind of what helped mold me to say, you know what, I'm gonna be in school, and despite being in school, I'm gonna get a job and I'm gonna play sports and I'm gonna use that as a vehicle to get out of the hood. Definitely was something that helped me get my start.
The first time I heard John said he wanted to be a lawyer was when he was in preschool. John was my firstborn, and he was exceptional. He was different. When I came to this country, it was not the picture we picture it to be. It was totally different. It was hard. You have to work, and you have to work to achieve anything that you really wanted. For my children, what I wanted them to be was the best that life has to offer. I want them to be lawyers, doctors, the president if possible, I want them to fly airplane. I want them to be high achievers.
You know, my parents definitely was in my mindset of what someone can do with 24 hours. And excuses being something that could not be tolerated.
My whole goal when I come to this country was to have a better life. I wanted all my kids to be born here, and I wanted everything to be the best that America had to offer.
You know, the biggest thing about any environment is that don't let it control you, let it build you, right? Growing up in Southside Jamaica, Queens, New York, I could have let that energy be detrimental to my entire upbringing, but instead I allowed it to uplift me. If anything, sports is what kept the time going. And around 12 years old, one of my best friends, he was playing for the Springfield Rifles. I went to a football practice one day, and I remember putting on a helmet, and I'm literally, without any sign up or registrations, finding myself in a full-on practice with the Springfield Rifles. And I don't know, from that day, it was just something about football and just being around a brotherhood and around other people that just made me want to continue with sports. I remember winning the championship my first year, getting Rookie of the Year, winning all these awards. And it was the first time I really won anything, but more importantly, got a personalized award for it. 6 months had went by during the season, and I realized it was over, and I found myself in this whole entire world that distracted me from the hood, distracted me from the gangs and the violence and all that kind of stuff. And was a way for me to find myself going to a high school. I used sports to advance my education because I knew that we couldn't probably afford college.
My high school, man, Holy Cross High School, Flushing, New York. Started right here. This is where I got my full scholarship to Hampton University. This is when I decided I was gonna take being a lawyer even more seriously. And this is where I got my start. What's up, baby? What's up, baby?
Oh, man. Great to see you, man. Look at you, you looking good. It's a pleasure, man. This is wonderful, man. This is wonderful. Listen, guys, everybody, this is John Rose, one of our biggest alumni in our Wall of Fame downstairs. 4 years football at Hampton University. He's in a law, he's got a law degree, and now he's got his own thing, he's doing his own thing. Everybody give him a nice round of applause.
Good to see y'all get this money. It's good to be back home. We're gonna keep running it up, all right? All right, say no more. I get to it.
I'm glad to see you come back, man. Kids need to see that. They get tired of me hearing me talk about people now. Now they get to see the people I'm talking about. There you go.
Come on, man. Talk to him. Talk to him. You see the vibes? Oh, man, this is crazy right here, Coach.
Yo, you earned that, bro. You earned that.
Appreciate you,
Just
Coach.
like I told you,
Hard
man.
right here, man.
You earned that, man.
Right next to my brothers, too.
Remember there was two. There was a two. You came away 2 offers on that trip. They wasn't coming
Yo, I'm
up here.
telling
We
you
had to
right
go to
now,
them
like,
and show them what we got.
Without that opportunity, without those trips, I would have never made it out of Southside.
Yeah, man. That's big. That's big. But you had to drive and you took it from where you had to take it from. That's the most important thing.
Mentorship is one of the most important things that I can stress to anyone that's getting their start and trying to make it happen. Mentors for me changed my life. My coaches from playing football mentored me and got me through high school and through college. And my mentors now, my boss, LaRon, and other mentors here, are continuing to mentor me as I matriculate through my legal career.
You came here, you stuck it out when guys didn't stick it out.
Right,
you know
right,
what
right.
I'm saying? That's
My
what
boy.
it's about. We have to, you know, you gotta start some, you gotta carve your own way, man. Like, if you keep following somebody, you're gonna be following somebody the rest of your life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like the feeling of just like, I ain't stepped on this field in 13 years, but it's this field, man.
Right over there, bro. Remember? We used to be right here. Offense coming out, defense on the side.
So it was very important to get y'all positioned so where y'all could continue your careers to play past here. That was my whole focus. I wanted all of y'all to get out of here and go to college for free.
And I appreciate that direct investment into seeing that.
Because
And
I knew you could go to the next level.
Right.
Mentors help you, find yourself. They're sounding boards, they're sponsors, and it happens organically. For me, I went out to find my mentors. I knew what I wanted to do, I knew who I wanted to be, and I figured that there was somebody out there that I could emulate that blueprint, right? If I could just get close to them. So for those out there that are seeking mentorship, just continue to do exactly that. Seek mentorship and come with something that you can offer to said mentor. But other times in life, keep your eyes open because your mentor might be already right there next to you. But it's about someone who cares about you, that wants to see you win, that wants to help you get your start and see you all the way to the top.
Oh yeah, all right, bring it in. Clap it up. Hey yo, this is where we start getting money. I know a lot of y'all trying to make it happen, man. We trying to feed the family. I wanted the same thing, I made it happen. It's y'all turn now. It starts right here. Don't ever forget these moments, all right? Hustle, work, tradition. Only cross on 3, 1, 2, 3. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When I played football, I thought I was going to the league for a while until I went to Hampton University and them Florida boys was flying. I'm talking about 4.42 speeds. They grabbing the ball out there, all type of, I wasn't that. I was good enough to get a scholarship, but I wasn't naturally gifted or better than everyone else out there on the football field. But when I became an attorney, or when I went to law school, it was the first time where I felt like I was a superstar on that football field. But this time I was in the courtroom. This time I was across a negotiation table. I'm going to continue to ride that talent because I believe that's what God wanted me to do, to be of service to others. And I'm just blessed every single day that I got that opportunity. Around college is when I realized that there were actually lawyers who represented athletes and musicians. I never knew that. I only wanted to be a lawyer for the longest because that's what my parents told me to do, and that's what my characteristics leaned towards. But it wasn't as if I knew, all right, Jay Rose, you're gonna be a sports and entertainment lawyer when you grew up. I just wanted to be a lawyer. But it's just funny how life kind of takes you and just brings everything full circle. And when I was in college, after I got a full football scholarship to go to Hampton University, and I realized that I could be a sports and entertainment lawyer. I could represent people that looked like me and did cool stuff. It was a no-brainer. You know, for anybody out there wanting to be a lawyer, look to your school, look to your different organizations. There's plenty of opportunities that they have out there for you to start testing the waters to see if this is something that you want to do, and most importantly, whether or not you're made for it. The law of attraction is important. Speak into existence, manifest what it is that you want out of life. I told myself I wanted to be a lawyer since I was in the first grade, right? I told myself when I was in law school that I wanted to drive this certain kind of car. I told myself that I wanted to have billboard plaques behind me in my office. Manifest what it is that you want in the world. Put that law of attraction out there. Allow people to receive that. Allow the universe to receive that energy from you. And it's a continuous reminder to yourself. It makes you feel better. You know, it makes what you're doing all worth it. I think anybody that's trying to get their start, trying to find themselves, you know, in their particular career path, just has to be willing to be flexible. You know, you got to be willing to adapt to your environment. And I know life is short and time is precious, but every day that we're blessed with another opportunity, every day that we wake up, we can try something new. I tell law students all the time where they're like, I want to be a sports and entertainment attorney, but I can't get a job. Get a job anywhere. You know, hone in on those skills, get better at reading and writing. Just put your best in all that you do. And before you know it, that door will open for you. And when it does, just be ready to hit it full speed. But just stay flexible and stay ready. A lot of people that know me understand that my mentality is to dream big. I don't say it just to say it. I truly believe it every single day. It's for every kid that didn't know what a lawyer looked like to finish the sentence, I want to be a lawyer like John Rose when I grow up. I've been blessed to just work with some of the dopest creators and celebrity talent that the world has to offer. And because of my mentorship and hard work, I've become one of the youngest attorneys to make Billboard Top Music Lawyers list, Variety Top Deal Makers, Super Lawyers, the list goes on. I mean, look behind us. You know, we got plaques with, you know, Rick Ross and Gunna and Future and Juice WRLD and all these people, just seeing all these things come to life. It's just some of the many things that I've been able to accomplish to date. Be intentional about what you want to do out there. Foster relationships, use your network, use your resources. And you know, the world is a big place, and there's a lot of opportunities out there for us to win and succeed. So take that leap of faith and understand that anything is possible when you put your mind to it.